Hey friends, it's Lisa Mason Ziegler coming to you here. Kind of risky business actually. Tucker is loose. I don't normally do that. Steve does not know I'm live. He's working over there, but I just wanted to come on here. I just finished answering a bunch of questions from DMs that people have sent and posted on social media and all kinds of places. And I just decided, I thought, shoot, I haven't even really talked about this for those folks that aren't familiar with doing online courses. And I did try to give y'all a pretty nice background, right? Look at that. Sun hemp is that really tall stuff behind me. There's old Tucker. Oh my, now I can't get my sorry y'all. There we go. So that's why I wrote that this is some pertinent information. First off, I want to share that I did post earlier this afternoon a video that's kind of a collage of several of our students kind of sharing their reviews about the course. So I would love for you to check that out. Some of their faces you may even recognize, but I just wanted to kind of run through first just some facts. I have a piece of paper here so I didn't kind of miss anything. So first off, the name of my course is The Gardener's Workshop. I'm sorry, The Gardener's Workshop. My dog is acting crazy, y'all. I am so sorry. Is Flower Farming School Online, the basics, annual crops, marketing, and more. What that means is my course is really all about getting you set up as a legit professional business. I know that there's a lot of people out there doing business that probably don't fall into that category, but that's kind of what we're all about. We're about making you the professional that we need to be to actually build a business that people want to do business with. So the course only enrolls once a year for 5 days. And that is from now until October 5th. We've already had one day yesterday, had a great enrollment. Just so pleased with all of our students, and so many of you are greeting me on social media, and it just makes me even more excited for school to start. And so registration closes October 5th, and then school starts November 2nd. So what does that mean? One of the questions that I got was, do I have to show up at a certain time to watch the class? And what happens if I don't have time to watch it all? So this is what happens, y'all. Monday, November 2nd, or actually it's Tuesday. Tuesday morning at 8 a.m., you will log into your online library, which you will have set up when you purchase the course with a login and a password. And when you log in that morning, poof, it's full of Class 1, which is Week 1's sessions. And then you can watch them at your leisure, and I will tell you it's like 3 to 4 hours plus of short sessions. And you can watch them at your leisure. However, I highly recommend that you at least skim them so that when I do the live Q&A coaching session with you the following Monday night at 8 p.m., you can have some questions, things that are burning on your mind, right? Now, we do also have a closed optional Facebook group that I'm in all the time during school with my students. So you can also ask questions in there. However, it's really nice to ask them at the Q&A or to submit them for the Q&A because that is actually organized and then recorded and also becomes a part of your library. So, for instance, students this year get to see the Q&As from the past 3 years. However, we've launched them in a different format this year that is so awesome. You all aren't even going to believe it. It's going to be so great. So you want to at least skim the sessions to see if there's any burning questions that you have. And then you can attend the live Q&A, or if you can't attend it live, then it's usually in your library within like 5 or 6 days of the live. It has to be processed and such. And then it's uploaded so you can watch it anytime. And so you watch the sessions at your leisure. You have lifetime unlimited access. What the heck does that mean? That means as long as we have internet, you have access to that course. It's exactly like you buying a book, except instead of picking up the book, you pick up any device, log into your library, and there's your course, and you can watch them as many times as you want. And people, my students will tell you that some of the courses, like especially those that are about harvesting or conditioning or those kinds of things that you might not be doing right now and you might forget about it until next season, you can, because there's a phone app, y'all, that you can watch the sessions. You can be standing out in the field and log into your course and go to that area that you want to check out. So you don't have to watch them at any specific time, but I recommend that you watch them before the Q&A if you can. And here's a little tip. Actually, in the course, there's settings on the videos. You can actually speed the videos up and watch them and fast forward. And you can really, I better turn the key off in case the dog steps on the accelerator. That would be bad, right? So you can watch them fast and then go back in the winter and watch them again. So there is, if you want to read more about it or listen, so you can go to thegardenersworkshop.com, go to my online course page. Y'all, there is tons of facts, information, student reviews, there's videos you can watch, there's written reviews you can read, there's a podcast. If you go to my Field and Garden podcast, there is a episode about 4 episodes ago that's called Revealing the Flagship Online Course. And that is me literally taking you through the syllabus of kind of what I was highlighting, you know, what my point was with that. So you can check that out also. And so people ask, so how long is the class or the course? Well, y'all, it started out with about 18 or 19 hours of actual sessions, but I have added so many bonus sessions in the last 3 years, plus all those additional Q&As that I'm afraid to even add it all up. There's a lot of information in there. There's also PDF downloads for handouts that you can download and create a notebook with. And then here are some unspoken things or unwritten things. We give our students special stuff. For instance, you get a special discount to join if you're for your first time membership to the ASCFG, that's the Association of Cut Flower Growers, which we highly recommend that you join. There, we give you a $50 off coupon for just new memberships. You also get a discount coupon to shop the Gardener's Workshop the whole time that school is in. So those are kind of some of the unwritten things, bonuses, and we try to do everything we can to ensure that you're going to have a good, successful time. And so the course is $595. We do offer a payment plan that you can split it into 2 payments. We give a money-back guarantee. You have 7 days after the course goes live to ask us for your money back. You don't have to, no questions asked. If you don't like my style, if you don't like the way that I teach, all you have to do is say this course isn't for me, and we will refund your money within 7 days of the course going live. So that means you get to look at the whole first week. And I will tell you, the whole first week is about setting up your business. It's not the flowers, it's not the setting up the garden. I tried to get the stuff that really people are afraid of doing, that are really kind of like boulders on their shoulders. We tackle that first and get that out of the way. So the questions that I've been getting. So I want to say that we also have in our course Canadian resources. I mean, we have students all over the world. Lots in Australia, the UK, New Zealand, South America. We even had some in South Africa, Spain, just all over. And while we don't have resources everywhere, we try to get resources for our students. And a lot of times students from those countries can network with other students to find stuff, but we do have Canadian resources in our class. And that is what sparked me to do this. Somebody asked, you know, I have a full-time job now. How am I going to watch the course? And so that's why I wanted to share how the courses are always there, all the sessions, and y'all, it's getting dark out here. The sessions are always there for you to review or to watch for the first time. You do not have to do it at any set pace. And then here's another question that I got twice today was, will it relate to where I am, meaning like for your region? And so I will tell you that I try to teach, or I do teach from the position of teaching you the kind of the equation to figure things out for where you are. For instance, it's 100% based on frost dates. So you learning your frost dates, knowing what your winter hardiness zone is, then you can figure out when to plant for you. I do not say to you, this is when I plant. It's like, this is how I figure out when I'm supposed to plant, right? So all of our courses, all of our instructors deliberately do that. They try, because we do have international students, we try to give you the facts that you need to figure out what you need to do where you are. And something I wanted to say that several people have commented, I mean, just tired flower farmers, people that have been at it for a couple of years that are still having troubles, still maybe not making a profit, working hard. There's no question. They're doing the job, y'all. But they are perhaps maybe not doing the right things. And it's because we don't know. Y'all, I'm telling you, why do we think we're born knowing how to start a business and to launch a flower farming business? You know, that's what takes. I'm going to stand up here outside of this cart because I think it's lighter out here. Let me just make this a little taller. The dog is really wanting me to throw his ball, which I'm not gonna do. All right, there we go, friends. Why we think that we don't need training to launch a business, which is a huge endeavor in itself, but to launch a cut flower growing operation is like 3 times that endeavor. And we lose so many potentially good cut flower growers because they take the long, slow road. They burn out. Their family burns out. They spend way too much money on things they probably shouldn't have spent money on. And we lose them. Friends, you don't have to do that. You need to just get the facts and do it, right? It just drives you to do more. And I feel like a lot of what I help people do is to draw that line in the sand and say, I am no longer doing that, because now I realize that doesn't really matter. I'm going to focus on the things that are going to build my business, make me profitable, make my family proud and happy to be a part of this with me. And we talk so much about that because that is what it's all about, y'all. We're huge family business people. I'm from a large entrepreneurial family, and you have to make it so that your family, your kids, your spouse, your partner, whatever you got, is supportive of what you do, but they're not going to put up with the blood, sweat, and tears for years while you just continue to spin your wheels and not get traction. So, friends, I just wanted to come on and say that. So if you want to register, you still have time. We have until Tuesday night at midnight. I'm really encouraging you to dive in. Check me out tomorrow. I'll be live in a couple of places. I haven't figured out what time yet. But I'm asking my students to really reach out. And I see that Stacy made a comment on here that it's an awesome course and definitely doable with a full-time job. I've asked my students to really identify themselves and to reach out on social media. And if you see somebody that says, I'm a student, ask them your questions. I mean, I know that people aren't familiar necessarily with online learning and taught. Y'all, I just can't tell you. I learned how to do online courses from an online course. It's the most amazing way to learn because you get to watch things over and over. It is so much different than going to a conference and you take notes and hear it once and then it's done. And so I just want to say, if you want to change your business, start your business, build a business, register, because it's going to be a year before we're back up and running again and taking in new court and taking in new students. So I guess everything's quiet around here. They're probably waiting for me to have dinner, so I should go see to that. So friends, I just encourage you to go to my Facebook page, which this is where I'm broadcasting from, and look at that video It has Daniel on there, Daniel Shavy of Petal Pickers, and I mean, he's all over social media is why I'm mentioning his name. And also Kara of Bloomin' Joy Company, Flower Company. Both of them have just really taken off with their businesses. And I just really wished you would watch the video, and if you have any doubts. And please DM me on Instagram, tag me in Facebook, and I am happy to answer your questions, or you can send them an email in through our website. It will get to me. And friends, it's getting kind of dark out here, so I'm going to sign off. Do you think a flower bed hobbyist needs this, considering I have your books and all your free lessons? Paul, it depends on what you want to do. You know, the majority of this is about mass growing and setting up a business and harvesting and conditioning. And building beds by hand with a tiller, with a tractor. If you have any inclination that you want to even just launch a 20 bouquet a week subscription or 10 bouquets a week for 10 weeks a year to pay for your family's vacation, it would be beneficial. And ask one of my students, ask Stacy. She just chimed in, so she is on here. And I just really also I'm really quite moved over how many of my students, oh, and I see another question here, how much my students really reach out and share with everybody. Trisha asks, how much marketing is covered in this course? I need a lot of help with pricing. We do talk about how you figure out how pricing. We talk about marketing. We talk about social media. I just added bonus courses last year. We'll be talking more about that because, y'all, it is really simple when you figure out a little system to do to market your business on social media, which is where all the people, what is everybody doing? They're all on their phones, y'all. So yes, Trisha, and we talk about pricing and how you go about figuring out pricing for your market, for where you're selling in your region. And so yeah, totally feel good about that. And I will also mention that Jenny Love and I, on Monday, the 4th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, are going to be on Clubhouse, and we have named it Two Flower Hustlers Talking the Hustle. Jenny and I are cut from the same cloth. While we do two very different flower type businesses, not really different, but she's a farmer florist, I'm not. The hustle is what we have in common. And that's what we're talking about. And I just encourage you to watch us. We're going to actually make that into a podcast too. So if you can't watch it, we're trying to get it broadcast as soon as possible if you have to miss it. But check that out. Jenny's course, Farmer Florist School, which registers in about 3 weeks from now, there is an entire class on marketing. It is unbelievable. Pinterest, Google, Instagram, Facebook, all of it. So very, very good stuff. So all right, friends, I'm out of here now. You're welcome, Paula. It's my pleasure. So the bugs are starting to bite. Tucker and I are going in, friends. So I'll see you tomorrow somewhere. Ciao.